This regarding previous day attack by the joint forces of Israel and America on the soil of Iran. So the biggest victory of Americans is that the top leadership of Ayatollah Khamenei is wiped out. And that was, I think, first attack is half the battle. So that objective they have achieved. Now the question is that anticipating that the war is just hovering around and any time the joint forces can attack Iran's soil, how Ayatollah Khamenei, being the biggest target of the Americans, was sitting so exposed, why he was basically housing in his own personal house. So here my assessment is that probably in the centralized leadership like Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei was not only the supreme leader of the Shias and he was not at the helm of the affairs, but he was also guiding and he was also advising, taking advices from his own military bosses, including his own defense minister. So the entire leadership was basically consulting each other in a very closed door, and had Khomeini chosen any other place like 200 meter, 300 meter underground bunkers, probably they could have prolonged his life. But I don't think that he was out of the radar of Israel and he was out of the radar of Americans. So he was already knowing, Khomeini had already anticipated that probably he is the target and he may be the casualty in the beginning of the war. And what Americans have done, that they used their first might, complete military might, by launching the missiles exactly on the target where the entire leadership was sitting. So that was the first biggest reason of Ayatollah Khamenei to be killed in the first attack. Now the question is that was there any insider who basically helped the American forces to find the pinpoint location of Ayatollah Khamenei? So considering the past record of intelligence agency of Israel, I mean the way they are embedded inside the Iran soil since last 75 years, that is a very long period. They are basically settled there since generations, and the Mossad has got a capacity to take out the exact information about the location of Ayatollah Khamenei. It was done earlier, Qasem Soleimani's killing. So I don't think Ayatollah Khamenei could have saved himself from the radar of the Israelis, Americans. So it had to be happen. Only thing is that the thing to be seen is that the resistance by the IRGC, because unless the Americans will put their soldiers on the ground, I don't think regime is going to be changed. It's not a very easy task for them. Because if you see the counterattack by the Iranians, they are already engaging the targets all over the Middle East, Gulf countries, wherever the naval bases and air force bases of Americans are located. And same time, they are also engaging various countries in the UAE. So that is going to be a thing to be seen in future, where the entire war is moving. That is a very important thing for the Americans to see and for the entire world to see.